guys, it's Jessica from Peace Love Books, and same here with some summer romance recommendations. These are the perfect books to pick up this summer. Some are small town, some are angsty. For me, a really good summer romance is a super angsty romance, so they also do take place in summer, the angsty ones that I've chosen, so I did pick these for a reason, but I am very excited for all of these. I don't even know what I'm in the mood for this summer, but I do have 5 that I'm also going to be talking about that are on my TBR for the summer, so we will be getting to those. So I have 10 recommendations, 5 on my TBR, 15 books total to talk about, so we will go ahead and get started. The first one is In Good Company by Kat Singleton. If you love a billionaire romance, you will love Kat Singleton, and this one is a chef. She's like a private chef, and he hires her. So it is actually her ex's older brother. I love an ex's older brother romance, or like a sibling's ex romance, like something in that vein. It's so angsty and so good. But in this one, she is working for this country club, and he comes in and sees her, and she acts like she like doesn't know who he is, but then he decides to hire her to be his private chef, and he is a billionaire, so he does love to spoil her, and the setting is just so fun. The kind of like country club setting, it's so summery, and I think it's the perfect one to pick up. If you love like that summery vibe too, I think all of Kat Singleton's romances are perfect, whether it's her small town or her billionaire romances, but this one, so fun. Highly recommend. Another new release from an indie author is going to be Tourist Trap by Morgan Elizabeth. This one is your small town fun time shenanigans romance where it is her ex's older brother, and she actually had broken up with her ex. He is not really a great person, and so the hero actually owns this house that I think his mom left to them, or grandmother, someone left the house to them, and he's being really responsible with it, and the younger brother is just so irresponsible and a hot mess and very annoying, and the heroine had dated him, and she finally got fed up with who he was, and so she broke up with him, and now she's in town, and she really doesn't have any place to stay, and the hero does have space in his house, and so he had heard someone needs a place to stay, and he's like, yeah, I have an extra room, like whoever it is, they can definitely take it. She shows up, and he's like, no, and she's like, yes, you have the space, you said yes, so she moves in with him, and so it's a roommate's romance, and she creates this like summer bucket list for them to do together, which is really fun. So they do all these things together in their small town, and she works for like the recreation center for the town, and there's like a town kind of challenge going on where they compete in this competition, like in a small town summer competition thing. Kind of think like Sheep Are by the Dozen too, where it's like they did those like competitions. That's the vibes this gave me without the like family stuff happening in Sheep Are by the Dozen, but super fun, small town, perfect summer setting. Then you cannot talk about summer without talking about Danielle Allen. Her next book comes out this month, and I'm so excited, but Curvy Girl Summer, I was obsessed with last year, and I will scream about this book whenever I can. This one, our heroine needs a date for her birthday because she told people she had a boyfriend, and so now every single Friday she has a new date set up to try to find this boyfriend to take to her birthday. She's on the apps, and she becomes friends with the bartender, and it is her romance with the bartender. It's very friends to lovers first with so much pining in here, and she thinks he's off limits for reasons, and he really doesn't want to make a move because he is not in the place to yet, and it is so freaking good. Such a good summer romance, and I couldn't recommend it enough, and I'm very, very excited for her next one, like I said. So that comes out this month, so if you're looking, read this and then go read her new one because I can't wait to read it. Then I have That Summer Feeling by Bridget Morrissey. This author also released a new book, and I'm so excited to read it. It came out this past month. It is a sapphic romance, and in this one, the heroine goes to this camp with her sister. It's like a camp for adults. It is an adult romance, and so they're at this camp, and the other heroine is there with all of her brothers, and they end up being in the same cabin together and just spending a lot of time together and falling in love with each other. And I love the exploration of the friendships with their siblings that we got, because the one heroine is with her sister and they really don't have that great of a family life, but the other heroine has a really great relationship with her brothers, and they're a lot of fun. And at one point they're like trying to hook up the one heroine with the other heroine's brother, and she's like, that's not really who I'm interested in. And so it is so good. I just love this so much, and I feel like it's so underrated, and I'm so excited to read her next one. I'm waiting for my library haul to come in. It's gonna be so good, but highly recommend this one. Then I have Close Quarters by Candy Steiner. This one is a yachting romance, and Candy's new book coming out next year is also a yachting romance. I love Below Deck. I have watched Below Deck for literal years. I think I've seen every single season there is of Below Deck and Below Deck Sailing. I wasn't super sold on Below Deck Sailing, but then I binged all 5 seasons in like 2 weeks. So I'm obsessed, and Close Quarters is about our heroine who's a photographer, and her boyfriend is actually a yachty. So her boyfriend works in yachting, and she ends up like going around with him internationally and then taking him to his boat to like kind of like say goodbye when he goes to work. And the yacht owner is like, I want to hire you to be the photographer for my boat. And so she agrees, and it's her relationship with the yacht owner, and it's a billionaire romance, and it is so good. I had so much fun reading this one. Age gap. I don't think she cheats on her boyfriend, but he's like a horrible guy anyways, and they do end up breaking up, so like no worries there, like you don't feel bad. I don't even remember, but she obviously has feelings for him when she's with the other guy, but it is so, so good. Perfect summer romance on a yacht with a billionaire. What could go wrong? Then I have Here We Go Again by Allison Cochran if you want a much sadder romance, but still really good. So this is a sapphic romance. The two heroines absolutely hate each other, and because of things in the past, but they both are really, really close with this professor, and he is actually dying of cancer, and so he has both of them take him on a road trip, and they are going like across the country together. One is very type A, and the other one is not, and so they really get frustrated with one another on this trip, and it's very sad because it does revolve around the fact of someone they're very, very close with who is dying, and I did cry reading this book, but it is so, so good. If you like that road trip summer romance that's emotional, read this one. Then I have Something Wild and Wonderful by Anita Kelly. I actually read on a road trip to the beach. So I read this 2 years ago when I was in the car driving to Myrtle Beach from Ohio. That is a very long drive, and I usually get through a few books, and this one I read in one sitting. This is an MM romance where they're hiking the, I don't know if it's Appalachian Trail, they're hiking a trail, and so they are hiking separately and they meet up on the trail, and then they go their separate ways and then meet up again and decide to actually hike the trail together. The emotions in this book are everything. They are both from very different like points in their lives, where one is getting over a relationship and the other one has just been cut off from their family because they realized that he was gay, and it is so, so sad. The emotions in here are so strong. Like, I cried reading this book too. I was in the back seat of the car trying to fight off tears reading this book, and I just loved this so much. Their connection was everything, and I love like a naturey hiking kind of romance too, and I just am obsessed with this one. I think it is perfect for summer. Then I do have two from my favorite author that writes angsty romances, and I honestly could include her new one as well, but I didn't because I don't know if it takes place in summer. I couldn't remember, but we can do The Summer We Fell first. This one's super angsty. The heroine and the hero meet when they're teenagers because she's dating his best friend, and she is not from a great household, and so she basically is taken care of by her boyfriend's family, who is very, very religious, and she's kind of like stifled by her boyfriend, and his best friend knows that she wants bigger and better things in her life because she wants to be a musician, and he's like, you shouldn't be letting him like constrain you, contain you like that. And we flash forward to the present where he is now a professional surfer and she is a like professional singer, and so it's the past and the present and what had happened in the past and if they can be together in the present. So it's a second chance romance, but we see a lot of the past. So, so, so good, but very angsty. The other angsty one I'm obsessed with is The Devil in the Deep Blue Sea. In this one, she is a singer and she has her ex-boyfriend who is also in the music industry. He wants her to come to his family vacation with him because his mom is dying of cancer and wants this like last hurrah with the family. I think they're in Hawaii, if I remember. They're somewhere tropical. I think it's Hawaii, and she is like, we broke up, and he's like, I know, but like just please come. So she decides to go, and he ends up getting detained for having weed in his bag in some foreign country. So she is now alone with his family, including his older brother who is a doctor, and he is like in a Doctors Without Borders program, and so he rarely gets time off. He's super invested in his job, and so he is there and he instantly hates her, but he does really, really sweet things for her, and they go on a lot of like hikes together and like family outings together, and they fall in love. Oh my god, it is so good, so angsty. I love this so much, but it's really about two people who just can't find the right way to be together, and that's why it's so angsty, and I was obsessed. And then I have Happy Place by Emily Henry. I saved this for last because I feel like most people have read it. We're matching. But this one is a super angsty one as well. This couple always goes on the same vacation every year with their friends, and they've broken up and not told anybody, and they decide to pretend like they didn't break up because their other friends, I think, are either like about to be proposed to or getting married or something with their relationship where they're like, we can't tell anybody we broke up. So they show up at the lake house and they have to share a room, and everyone is like, why are you guys being so weird? And they have to act like they're still together in front of their friends, and they really have to confront why they broke up and like what didn't work with them. them. Obviously they fall back in love, and this was so good. There were so many lines in here that I wanted to highlight. This romance is everything. It is so good, and it takes place on a summer vacation to the lake, and it is just so good. So good. One of my favorite Emily Henrys. Could not recommend this enough. And I have 5 romances where I would love to read this summer. The first one is going to be Problematic Summer Romance by Allie Hazelwood. I feel like this is going to be like the summer romance. It is age gap, and I believe they have to go to a wedding together. I don't remember if he's related to someone in the wedding, but it's revolving around a wedding too. Like summer wedding romance, age gap, yes please. Allie Hazelwood, yes. I finally just read Deep End, and I am wanting all the Allie Hazelwood goodness, so I might actually use an Audible credit for this because I have a few, and I really want to read it. The next one is going to be Not Safe for Work, which is by Nisha J. Tooley, and I do have my audio hold that came in through the library, so I'm actually planning on reading this week. This one, I believe, is a co-workers romance, and I think they don't like each other, but they have to go to a resort together for work, so it's forced proximity, super sunshiny travel, and I'm excited for it. And then we have Sounds Like Love by Ashley Poston, and I don't love knowing like a ton about the books that I want to read, so I'm not looking up like too much about these, so sorry if my synopses are vague. But this one, I believe, is just about musicians, and that's all I know, but I feel like this for Ashley Poston, she's getting more like summery, so I feel like Dead Romantics and the 7 Year Slip were very like fall, and then I feel like A Novel Love Story is very spring, so I feel like this one is very summer coded, so I hope I like this one. But we will see. I just know it has to do with music. Then Backhand and Compliments. I think this is Katie Chandler. This is a sapphic tennis romance. Like, that's all you need to tell me. I am sold by the cover. I have the arc of this on my Kindle, and I'm reading it this week as well. Like, these are ones that I like am gonna read immediately, so I'm excited for this one. All I know is that it's tennis. I can't tell you anything else about the plot, but I'm gonna be reading it. And the last one I have is The Vows by Jessica Joyce. I don't know if this is particularly summer, but it does take place at a wedding, so I'm assuming it's like around the summer, and they are exes, and I cannot wait. I think they have to travel to a wedding together, and they're thrown together as exes, and I haven't read this one yet, and I've heard Jessica Joyce is such a good author. I read You with a View, and I enjoyed it, so I'm excited to see what else she has in store, and maybe this will be a 5-star read. We'll see. And those are all the summer romances I have to recommend to you, plus 5 from my TBR. Let me know what you plan on reading this summer, and if you have any other summer recs you would recommend to me, I would love to hear. If you made it this far, please leave me a sun emoji for the summer romances, and that's all I have. As always, thank you so much for watching, and have a good day. Bye.